Hi children, welcome to today's session. Today is 13th June. I hope you're having a great day, a great week. So, let's get on. Last class, we looked into some interesting topics like phonetics, quotes, etc. etc. This time, we have something just like that, a bit more interesting for you. So, let's get on to it. Stories are something that we've been hearing from a very young age. Like, for example, when we are very young, like 2, 3, our parents tell us stories to make us sleep. Growing up, we hear our grandfather, our grandmothers telling us stories. So, stories are something we are very familiar with, right? So, what do we learn from this? What is exactly the benefit of all these? We learn moral values. We learn the basic manners, how to respect people, how to share things, how to help people, to live in this way, isn't it? So, here we have a story that is based on a particular moral habit. So, we'll see it. Okay?
Tofu? Hello? Huh? Did you just say something, Tia? What are you dreaming about at this time of the day? I was wondering about the things that I could do if I complete my homework. Tia, I could go and play outside with my friends. I could even be the first person in class to submit my workbooks. And then everybody in the class would appreciate me. Okay, Tofu, enough of daydreaming. Do you realize you haven't even opened your workbooks yet? You are just building castles in the air like the poor Brahmin. The Brahmin? What about him? I will tell you a story, but promise me you will immediately start with your homework after I finish. I promise. Awesome. The Brahmin's Dream. Once upon a time, there lived a poor Brahmin in a village. He was so poor that he used to beg for a living, and sometimes he would go on without food for days. One day, the Brahmin found a pot of flour lying under a tree. The Brahmin looked to his right and to his left, but could not find anybody who could possibly be the owner of the pot. And so the Brahmin took the pot happily to his home and hung it off the ceiling right next to his bed. As the night arrived, the Brahmin lay down on his bed, but he could not take his eyes off the pot full of flour. Soon he was fast asleep and gently drifted to a dream. Oh, the pot is overflowing with flour. If there is a scarcity of food in the village, I can sell it for 100 silver coins. I will then buy a couple of goats and will feed them with fresh green grass. And soon the goats will multiply every 6 months with kids. Then I will have a mob of goats. I will then sell the goats for buffaloes and cows, and they will give birth to their young ones. They will grow up and give lots of milk. I will make fractions of butter and curd from the milk and sell them in the market. With this money, I will purchase a large house with 4 houses in a rectangle. A prosperous Brahmin, after seeing my funds, will marry his daughter to me. Soon my wife will deliver a son. When he plays around all day long making noise, I will punish him. But he won't hear, and I will run after him playfully with a stick. Oh, you mischievous boy, stop playing around. While doing so, he smashed the earthen pot with the stick and all the flour spilt over him. The Brahmin instantly woke up and found out that he was dreaming the entire situation. And now, looking at the broken pot, he realized that all his dreams were broken down at once. Oh no! It was just a dream. I should have not built castles in the air. Wow, that's a nice story, Tia. So, I was also just building castles in the air, wasn't I? Indeed, you were. But now that you know the consequences, let's get you started with your homework. Yes, miss. That's my smart little brother.
As we can see in the story, the little boy seems to procrastinate, seems to push away all his chores, never does anything, but instead dreams about it. He dreams about it like, if I did this, I'll be able to achieve that. If I did this, I'll probably be able to achieve that. But if we did do it at the right time, if we did do it without dreaming too much, he could have achieved all those dreams. He could have achieved whatever he dreamed of becoming. That is the moral of this story. The sister character beautifully delivers how the story works out. The Brahmin, his dream, how he always dreamed about he could do this, he could do that. He finally got a pot of flour. When he got it, he could have used it right away, but he didn't. He waited. He waited and slept. He dreamt about this, that he could sell this for this much coins. I could do this with coins. I could get married. I could be rich. Instead, if he woke up and did what he thought he could do, he would have probably reached what he was actually dreaming about, right? So, the main moral of the story is not to be too lazy, not to procrastinate, not to dream too much. Just do it. If you think of a thing, if you want to do something, don't push it away. Don't say, I'll do it later. Just do it. Next, let's talk about our family. How well do we know them? Sure, we've seen them since we've been born, but how well do we really know them? Are there any secrets? Is there something they didn't tell us yet? Is there something they've been hiding from us? Do we know everything about their past? That's something that we'll obviously be curious about. So, let's talk about our family and how well we know them. Here are some questions that I'll probably ask my parents if I get the chance. The first one is, what would you never change? I would ask this question up to my mom and dad because they've faced many changes since their age. They're very old now, they've had a lot of experiences, they've faced a lot of things. But if there was one thing that they wished it could have stayed constant, what would it be? Second one, what were you like as a child? I would probably ask this to my dad and mom. To my dad, because they've seen us grow up, they've helped us grow up. So I wonder what they will be like when they were our age, when they are small kids, when they were going to school. Were they naughty? What all things did they do? Did they break any rules? I always wonder about that. The third one, what was your favorite family traditions? I would ask this to my mom because my mom's family is a huge one. Hence, they had a lot of traditions. This, that, each time a festival comes, each time a relative comes home, there will be something new. So I want to ask her what's her favorite family tradition that she still follows or something that she wished could have lasted till now, something that has been missed out, something that has been cancelled out. How often do we see these videos in YouTube, in some other platforms, in television? It all has, like, when we first see them, it all has these small captions. Usually, these small captions say what the video is about, what it means. It helps make the video into fill the video in a single simple sentence. So, let's take a look at some of these sentences and see if we can grasp them, we can understand them with a single line. Let's read the first line. Learning healthy eating for kids with Blippi at the Apple Factory. Educational videos for toddlers. So, from the thumbnail, you can understand that the man is at an apple factory. He's looking at an apple. He's looking at green apples. He has a apple in his hand. Yes, my guess is that he's explaining how healthy this apple is for us. How if we eat it, if we use it, we'll be very healthy. We'll be very strong. It's a good food for toddlers, for little kids. He is probably explaining about all the nutrients in it, how it gives us that much advantage. It gives us an upper hand in the health side. I think that's what he's explaining. The second one, Shark's Teeth, Blippi Wonders, educational video for kids. This one has the character in it is underwater. It has a shark. Its mouth is opening wide open, and the character inside a spaceship, along with his puppy, is rushing out. So my guess is he is an explorer who's gonna tell us all about shark's teeth. He has went inside the shark's mouth and has taken a look around, how clean it is, what are specialties, what do they do, how do they work. So my guess is the video tells us how a shark's teeth works, how it is. Um, many many of us don't know about such things. So I get my guess is the whole video is about shark's teeth. Diana and Roma help Oliver escape the maze. Can they find the keys? The thumbnail has two kids who are standing in front of a game, it seems. A colorful game. It looks like a maze. In the caption, it's shown as Escape the Maze. Can they find the keys? So I'm guessing the keys are hidden somewhere in the maze and they have to go through the maze and find out where the key is. So that's my guess of what the video is about. We can most probably read the caption of a video and understand what the video really means. Not really the full thing, but at least we get a small image of what the video is going to be when we play it. Our environment is something that is very common to us. We see it every day. It is all around our surrounding, right? We touch it, we interact with it, We do all these things each and every day. So, how well do we actually know it? How well do we actually know our surroundings? So, we'll record answers for these questions. My turn. So, what do you like most about our environment? What I like most is that if you carefully look at it, it gives us whatever we need. It gives us shelter, it gives us food, it makes way for water. What more do we need? It gives us wood. Whatever we need, it gives us. It delivers. That's my most favorite thing about our nature. Our nature is special. Why is recycling important in our home? We live in this environment, so we can't afford to lose it. If we if it becomes dirty, if it becomes a non-stable environment, where would we go? So it's our duty to look after it. The more we recycle, the less trash that ends up. Recycling conserves energy, reduces pollution. It ensures that the world would be the same for our future generations. That's why recycling is very important in our home. So, children, that's it for today. Please do go through the whole session and do the worksheet when it is given. All right? So, let's meet at a new session. Thank you, and you have a great day.